You arrive at the Camelot castle doors. Upon placing your hands onto the castle doors, the color of the world fades away and time itself stands still. Soon, a black being shoots past you. When you turn around, you see a jet black raven standing there. The raven grows to the size of a person, their wings wrapping around the figure and becoming a black cloak as they take on a human form. The figure speaks. Cuchulainn, I see the path you are on and I urge you to give up now. Every word the figure speaks feels like a knife cutting through you. The figure's power is palpable. The figure continues. You are a god, and because you are a god you are not bound by the rules of fate the same as a human. Because of your godhood you are able to alter the fates of other humans and non-godly beings. Your godhood is the reason why you were able to kill Fian Mac Cumhale. With the figure's incredible knowledge of fate and the knowledge of you being the one to kill Fian, you are able to ask it one single question. Are you the Morrigan? The figure coldly replies, yes. You fall to your knees and ask for the Morrigan to please revive Fian. The Morrigan replies, their voice still, calm and cold. No, because of your interference, Fian's soul is permanently removed from its fate. Not even the Dagda could affect his soul's fate. Now I will ask again to give up on this path and allow yourself to heal from your grief. No, you shout, shouting with such force the entire world that the Morrigan created to talk to you. See you Cuchulainn. In private shakes with some cracks starting to form. I will give you your first and only warning. If you continue down this path then I will have to show you how dangerous the god of fate can be. The Morrigan replies with shock which eventually becomes anger. You draw your weapon and take a single step towards the Morrigan. Within that instant the entire kingdom of Camelot vanishes, leaving nothing but a crater, and your head is then held from the hair by the Morrigan. Then with a snap of their fingers the kingdom reforms. The Morrigan begins to disappear into a mass of ravens, saying, I give you this final warning, choose your next move carefully. With the Morrigan gone the world's time resumes. With the Morrigan gone you turn to the castle door again. You place your hands on it attempting to open the door. However, no matter how hard you try, the Morrigan's words continually play through your mind. You try once more to open the door. Without having to push, the doors open completely as if you were being invited in. Entering the castle, the door slams behind you, leaving you enveloped in pure darkness. Then a voice is heard from the darkness. Hello there, if I am not mistaken you are Cuchulainn. The darkness begins to retreat away from the figure and eventually the entire room becomes lit up. Not a single instance of darkness remains in the figure's presence, even your shadow has vanished. It is a pleasure to meet you. My name is Arthur. Welcome to my castle, please take a seat. After Arthur says this a white light appears before taking the form of a round table and chairs made of wood. You decide to sit down with Arthur for a discussion. Now it is very rare for me to have an impromptu meeting. May I ask why you have decided to visit me? Arthur asks curiously. I am here to ask you to hand over that scabbard on your hip. I believe that it can be used to revive my friend. You respond. Arthur looks at you cautiously and says, that is absolutely not an option. Recently a wandering fortune teller showed me visions of my kingdom fallen into ruins. She told me that if this scabbard leaves the kingdom then destruction will follow. I am sorry, but I cannot risk this kingdom's safety for you to try and revive your friend. If you are only here to claim the scabbard then I am going to have to ask you to leave. In an annoyed tone you respond, why? Do you only care about this kingdom because you rule it and yo? Quiet, Arthur bellows. I do not care about the crown. I care about the people. I could lose this entire castle, nay the entire kingdom. And as long as I have the people my kingdom will carry on. His frustration at you growing. Now I believe that this meeting has gone on long enough. It was a pleasure to meet you, but I am now going to have to ask you to leave. Arthur says coldly. I cannot risk this kingdom's destruction by your actions. I have done nothing to this kingdom. Why would you believe that I could destroy Camelot? You respond. Annoyed, Arthur says, what about just before you entered my castle when my entire kingdom just vanished for a couple of seconds? Are you telling me that you had nothing to do with that? No, that alone is enough proof for me to be skeptical of you. Now I will ask again. Please leave my kingdom. Quietly you stand up, grab your spear in your right hand and turn to walk out. Then you spin around and use your spear to throw the table directly at Arthur. Before the table hits Arthur, the table is enveloped in a blinding light, and that light wraps around him, forming a set of armor and even a crown. Arthur slowly draws his sword as he says, "I really didn't want it to come to this. But you have forced our hand." With his sword drawn, the other 12 knights of the Round Table appear from the castle's throne room, ready for the battle that is about to happen. You arrive at the Camelot castle doors. Upon placing your hands onto the castle doors, the color of the world fades away, and, soon, the raven grows to the size of a purse. Cuchulainn, every word, you are a god, because of your godhood, with the I am the one who is known as the Morrigan, the god of fate. You fall to your knees and ask for the Morrigan to please revive Fion. The Morrigan replies, their voice still, calm and cold. No, because of your interference, Fion's soul is permanent. Now I will no, in private, I will give. The Morrigan reply. You draw your weapon and take a single step towards the Morrigan. The Morrigan replies with, you have made the correct choice. If you had chosen to attempt to attack me, then I promise you that you would have regretted it. The Morrigan begins to disappear into a mass of ravens. With the Morrigan gone, the world's time resumes. However, no matter. You decide to heed the Morrigan's warning and decide to turn back and return home, giving up on this desperate path to try and revive your friend. You arrive at the Camelot castle door. Soon, the raven, Cuchulainn, every word, you are a, because of, your god, with the figure. Are you, the figure, you fall, no, now I will, no, in private, I will give what, the Morrigan. You draw your weapon, within that instant, then with a snap, the Morrigan, however. You try once more to, entering, hello there, if, the darkness not a single it is a, after all, you decide, now I heard about a coming battle that is happening within this kingdom soon, and I would like to offer my assistance, you tell Arthur. After the moment of silence, Arthur speaks, I thought that you would have at least been honest with me about why you are here, Ku. But clearly I was wrong. Now I am going to have to ask you to leave. There is no point continuing this conversation. Arthur stands the table and chairs you were sitting on transform back into light as Arthur leaves. With Arthur gone, the doors behind you open as you leave. You arrive at the Camelot castle doors. Soon, the raven, Cuchulainn, every word, you are a because of your god, with the Are you the the figure, you fall, no, now I will, no, in private, I will give, the Morrigan. You draw your weapon, within that, then with the Morrigan gone, however no. You try, entering, hello, the dark, not as, it is a pleasure to me, after all, you decide to, now Ku it. I am here to ask you to hand over that. Arthur looks at you, that is she told, I am Ku if, in an quiet, Arthur, I do not, and as long as I have, now Ku I believe that this I cannot risk this, I have done nothing to this, annoyed, Arthur said, are you please leave quietly. You listen to Arthur and decide to leave the castle without causing a scene. Seeing that you are leaving peacefully, Arthur decides to walk you. Seeing that you are leaving peacefully, Arthur decides to walk you out of the castle and wishes you the best of luck on your journey.